Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We're playing the vanilla version of normal Iron Man with a single character. This is our samurai. We are level 10.
Back so.
Alright.
Don't let the door hit.
Till we meet again.
We're in Pawnee base camp, just trying to level up. Because we're kind of at a weak spot with this character. Based on our level and monsters we're going to be fighting. Tried to make it to Arnica, but we had to backtrack because we ran into Crimson Poppies. They would have killed us. Okay. Getting the Umpani's help to fight all these monsters. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there either, evidently. Sometimes there's some monsters over here, but makes me a bit nervous to even try because I've been killed there before with geomancers. Cast Crush. See what we can get spawned here. All right. Guy flees for his life. You're going the wrong way, bro. Wow, still nothing out there. Crazy. Rest again. Surely something would have spawned by now, right? Yep, there's something there. All right.
Approaches.
I don't know why those guys aren't seeing it. They're right there. Usually when you engage when there's friendlies here and they can see the others, the combat starts.
What must be
There we
done
go.
must be done.
Okay. I know there's more than just these 4 plants. I saw a whole bunch over there. Oh, come on, physics. It's acting like it's not hitting them. There we go. Four of them. That's strange. I wonder if they're crimsons. Or rank weeds, I guess. Oh, it's right here. Level 8. Yeah, these are crimson poppies, I believe. We're not going to let them put us to sleep. Our air resistance is terrible. Where is it? 37. Once we get the element shield spell, that'll help a lot. We won't be able to cast a very high power level. It's kind of an issue. I don't think I got knocked, did I? Nope. I was gonna look for a book. Damage I put so low compared to the fighter.
And so we prevail. For now.
Nice. See, it looks like we need about 220,000. 4 arrows. That's interesting. I wonder if those are peacemakers. There's so few of them. Oh, it is. 4 peacemaker arrows. 25 damage on average. Plus 3 to hit. 20% kill chance. Yeah, usually you get these in such low quantities. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll get some more we can queue up. Did want to see, I think I have a short bow. Did I sell it? Sold it. Let me see if he has a long bow.
Back so
His inventory's so full, I may not be able to see it. I have to try to buy some junk here. Yeah, we're just now to the rockets. Still? He's junking up his inventory. Okay. There's a longbow. I just have to be able to sell something that would give me enough money. Let's see. Keep that longbow handy.
don't let it.
Till we meet again.
If we get more peacemaker arrows, we can just queue them up, and then if we get in a really bad fight, try to use them. Hey Zomble, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Need to check on my wizardry skill too. I think it's quite low right now. See something. So I picked this and I picked that. Yeah, I think I need to train it. It's only 31. Hey, Rook, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thank you. I am doing well. Well, he says, watching you has made me want to play Wizardry again. Good. That's good news. I'm always glad to hear when someone gets motivated by watching one of the streams. Hey, Sever, welcome in. How are you doing? 6-stream watch streak for Sever. Got 7 emoticons there. 6 emoticons. Did I say 7? I'm at 6. So which wizardry are you thinking you're going to play, Rook? Is it 8 or one of the others? Getting prepped so that when we get a level up, our wizardry should hopefully be high enough to get us a level 4 spell. I really need Element Shield. You're doing well. Glad to hear that. You've been thinking 8? I always struggle to get into the others because of the user interface. Yeah, that's understandable. It's really hard if you didn't start with those older games. Eight's also the first one you played. 6 and 7 you watched your brother play as a kid. Gotcha. Yeah, nostalgia's a big deal. There's so many older games that are really, really amazing, but the user interface is really clunky and hard to get used to. Darklands is the first one that comes to my mind. Then Wasteland. Those games are amazing, but the user interface is really lacking. The Wasteland remaster is pretty good. They improved some things, but they didn't make it as modern as what you'd expect. But since I grew up with those games, I don't have an issue with the interfaces. Power 7 missile shield. That's going to be good. $34 wizardry. I'm assuming it probably needs to be about at least 40, but maybe 42. Okay, let's see if it generated any other monsters now. What I can do is do this training in between fights. And that way it won't seem as much of a issue. Twitch doesn't give you the option to share your watch streak. 69 is the magic number. Yeah, I think it only does on certain offsets. Only does it like every 5 or whatever once you start getting higher. Still no reds, I'll be darned. Wow. Even with all that resting. Alrighty then. More training. At least we're being productive while we're waiting for monsters. Says, yeah, multiples of 5. So 70 will let me do it. Yeah, probably. Rook says, I have a few questions about characters. How do you deal with opening chests when you're playing solo? That's 1. 2, if you make a character and level stealth, then dual class to something without stealth, does your stealth skill still function? First question. I don't open some chests. I will not open them. But honestly, most treasure chests in the game are garbage. Most. You don't need to open. It's not going to do you any good. Eventually, what we're going to get is Knock Knock, and we'll have really high power level on that eventually. So we'll be able to cast it at power 7. I'll try that on some chests, but I do know which chests are dangerous and which ones aren't worth opening. So I'll be very selective on the ones I pick. And then as far as the stealth, yes. You do still keep your stealth and it still operates the same way. If you class change. It won't train, so it won't increase anymore. But it still makes enemies not see you sometimes. And it still gives you the evasion armor class. Hey Veru, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, we made it to Impani base camp. I wanted to go there first because there was a Haya bow and a flak jacket I wanted to get. So I got those. But now we're kind of in a rough spot because level 10 samurai is really, really weak. This is a super weak point. So I'm having to use the Impani to do fights for me here until I can level up high enough where I won't get killed immediately. No monsters. There's so many dangerous monsters right now that could wipe us immediately. Like, you can fight geomancers in this area that'll do crush. Crush can do like 70-80 damage with one hit. And sometimes you'll find 2 or 3 of those in the same fight. So they could kill us immediately. Swallowers can kill us immediately right now. Crimson Poppies, even those can kill us immediately. Because our air resistance is low. I have no magic screen. And once I get element shield, it's going to help, but it's going to be really low power level. So it's not going to help that much until we get to like level 15. So I'm working on my wizardry to get it up high enough so when I get my next level, hopefully I'll get element shield. And then at least we can have something. But yeah, until we can get our level up to like 15 or something, and then try to make it to Arnica Road, we're in rough shape. Yeah, we have to grind our magic. Otherwise we won't get element shield. Will element shield be enough to fight the crush? No, it won't. Not until we're level probably 15 or so. Right now our earth resistance is only 35. If I cast element shield at level 7, it'll make it go up to around probably 70. That's still not good enough at our current level. We're level 15 and the Geomancers are level 14. Maybe we could survive. But that's even sketchy. What I'm hoping is going to happen here is that we'll get some good fights. Some Umpani will die. That maybe drop like a granite shield. I think that's what it's called. It doesn't sound right, but I feel like that's what it is. That gives earth resistance and maybe something that drops. There's a ring that can give earth resistance. So I'm hoping to get some okay drops. But then I have to sneak back to Arnica Road. And if we're level 15 on Arnica Road, we should be pretty safe. Where we can grind up to level 20-ish. But it's going to be a real struggle for quite a while with this character. Probably the next 5 streams are going to be a really big struggle. Alright, let's go see if it generated any monsters. You have to be really careful when you enter combat because if there's something over here and these guys see it, it'll pull you into combat. And I'm just, the one I'm most afraid about is getting the crush spell cast on me. Still nothing there. If I can train earth magic, we can get up to 10% earth resistance bonus there if we got our earth up to 100. But that's not, unless I get knock knock, that's not realistic. 37 wizardry. This is fairly productive because while I'm trying to spawn monsters, I'm at least getting some training at the same time. Oh, let's go check again. see anything. Nope.
Yuridam. Yuridam Tapa Kuraba.
38 wizardry.
Yuridam Tapa Kuraba. Yuridam Tapa Kuraba.
You want to see how powerful our fireball can be cast reliably. Okay, so level 2 is reliable. Level 3 is somewhat reliable. If we can get that really high too, we can probably get through Crimson Poppies. Start fighting them at a distance, that is. Rook says, does Samurai unlock spells at the same level as a mage? They just get to learn less spells at level up? No, they unlock them much later. So, you start at level 5, you get your first spell. Mages get 2 spells at level 1. Every character class only gets 1 spell when they level up. You can save a spell and apply it later, but every class only gets 1. But there's some hidden mechanic tied to the class, not just the skill, not just like wizardry, for example, so that mages can get spells earlier in general for the same wizardry level as a samurai. It's not a huge deal once you reach level 5 compared to level 1, but it is a factor. So like if you're switching classes and stuff and you switch to a samurai, you'll see your magic power just go down tremendously. It's kind of weird. I don't know the details on it. Like I don't know how much of an offset that makes. And it seems to keep track of how many levels you had with a class. So like if you do 10 levels samurai and then let's say you switch to 3 levels fighter and then you switch back to samurai, the fighter levels are ignored for increasing your caster power. It just keeps going from like what your samurai level was. It's really weird. I don't know the details on it either, but when I was experimenting, that's what happened. I assumed your master level would somehow help, but it doesn't. So I don't know how they handle, let's say if you do 5 level samurai, 5 level mages. I don't know if it just like averages it or how they do that. Someday I'd like to disassemble the code and try to find some of those formulas. See exactly how the calculations are being done. I know some people have done similar things, but I think most of them that I've seen have been like Russian language, which obviously I can't speak. Okay, let's go see if there's any monsters yet. Rook says, interesting. I love how complex the game is. I was thinking of doing a level 1 mage to samurai. Yeah, I think that can work pretty good. There's still no monsters. But I don't know how weak the spellcasting will be once you switch to samurai. Like, I don't know if it'll show, like, energy blast, for example, at like orange level. I haven't done that test. It'd be a fun experiment. It's so hard to keep a level 1 mage alive in an Iron Man run. If you save scum, it's easy, of course. You just reload until you get it right, but they're so fragile on Iron Man, it's just so hard. The challenge I would have with an Iron Man like that is you'd have a level 2 samurai that only had like probably 15 hit points, and now you're facing monsters that are level 3 that do like 14 damage with 1 hit, you know? So you're just so fragile when you pick one level mage in the beginning. I've done the opposite where I picked a fighter, set him up to be a smart fighter, and then converted to a mage, and then you have like a 20 hit point mage at level 2. Your magic power is behind, but he's so much tougher. To get 20 hit points on a mage, normally you'd have to be like level 5 or 6. So that is worth the trade-off. Sample says, I think the big issue is that you will probably not be able to learn spells after switching to samurai. Since your level count resets back to 1, you only have level 1 spells. Yeah, you definitely will not be able to learn spells, but you'll be able to cast still. You'll be bad at it, but I think you'll get training. I think it'll still train your wizardry skill even though you're not level 5. So I think it can work. It's just you're going to be really fragile. You're going to be really weak with casting, and you're going to be really weak with weapons. But if you can survive it, then hey, it may pay off. I don't know. I just don't know enough about... I haven't done enough testing with all the class changing to know all the details. Hey, Voidek, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, it'll train wizardry if you're below 5th level. It will train it. But it's not going to improve your casting ability hardly at all. So if it shows up as red when you switch to samurai, even if you train wizardry all the way up to 100, it's still going to show as red. It will not. It's not going to allow you to still cast effectively at all. You didn't think about the weapon part? Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. They've made class changing really difficult. Been nerfed. Wojtek says, I made an alchemist to ninja not far ago. Alchemy didn't train until level 6. So you had the alchemist, and I don't know, like 15 alchemy, and you kept casting spells with the ninja, and it did not increase. Is that what you're saying?
요리를 잡아 걸어봐. 요리를 잡아 걸어봐.
Let's go see if there's any monsters yet.
요리를 잡아 걸어봐. 요리를 잡아 걸어봐.
This is so weird that it's not generating anything. I wonder if it's because I'm quitting, like quitting the game, re-entering. If somehow doing that's causing the spawning to get confused. Because we should have for sure had something by now.
요리를 잡아 걸어봐. 잘가 요리를.
Wojtek says yes, but I didn't cast too much, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I would be really surprised if they did it that way. Because that's not how anything else works that has overlap. I'm not saying it's not true, but
잘가 요리를. 잘가 요리를.
it'd definitely be worth testing. Wizardry 41. For sure you could not put points on level ups. Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, I know you can't apply points to a skill that is lower. I completely agree with that. So maybe they use the same mechanic for the training of the skill. That would be really weird. But I guess it's possible. The other thing is, what about the magic realm skills like water and fire and all that? Probably one of the big indicators would be if it shows it like gray or something. Show you what I mean. Let me equip the poser cap. I can show it. So this is like gray, disabled. If it's like that, maybe any skill that's gray or disabled, they won't allow to increase with training. Don't know. But yeah, if it is disabled for a samurai where it won't train, then there's zero reason to do the mage to samurai. Okay, let's see if there's any monsters. Wow, yeah, I feel like quitting and re-entering the game is somehow interfering with the monster spawn. see anything. Okay, well, let me just try to rest 5 times without doing training, and let's see if we get anything. Bear says, do you think Iron Man, not solo, would be possible from Wizardry 6 through Wizardry 8? If you play on normal, for sure, yes. If you play on expert, Wizardry 7 will probably kill you. I've done a Wizardry 7 expert Iron Man run, and it took me many tries. So it's possible you could do expert on starting at 6 all the way through 8, but your chance of success would be so low. You'd have to try so many times probably. Normal, yes, I do think it's possible on normal. Even that may take a few tries. If you put it on easy, for sure you could. Probably the first try. If you're really familiar with all the games. Yeah, the problem with Wizardry 7 in particular is it can throw like undead lords at you, like 20 of them, that start casting lightning and just ridiculous spells, and you're done. The RNG can get you for sure. Wizardry 6 Expert's pretty rough too, but that game's a lot shorter, so if you have to start over, you don't miss out too much. Wizardry 7 takes forever. Yeah, it's just not spawning anything. I don't understand it. Ugh. Well, I'm too weak to go to Arnica. We would get wiped by Crimson Poppies immediately. They put us to sleep. Tomble says, I never realized how long Wizardry 7 is just because it's my favorite one. Wizardry 6 feels almost as long as 7 to me. No, it is definitely not. 6 you can complete in general in about 10 to 12 hours if you're familiar with it. 7 is going to take you over 20 hours. It's like twice as long. The other problem with 7 is the maps. Depending on if the NPCs get the maps, now you've just turned a game that was going to be in 20 hours up to 40 as you try to figure out where the NPCs are that got the maps. It's a big problem. Let me let my dog out real quick, guys. We'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. We are trying to get monsters to spawn, but they just aren't. At Umpani base camp, I guess. Okay, if they're not here still, I'm gonna try another attempt to get to Arnica. 'Cause this is just not working. Okay, there's some reds. Oh, what they are? Plants, okay. Alright, hopefully some of these guys will get pulled in. We can get them poisoned. So we can get their treasure when they die. There's one poisoned. I can get a little water train here. Big freeze flush. Ooh, blinding cloud. That's a caustic vine. Paralyzed one. They're shooting each other on accident. There, Holy 1989. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. Got some poisoned guys. That's good news. So we'll get some treasure out of them. Just right here. Your weapon shambles. Yeah. That guy died. He didn't drop anything, I don't think. Oh, it's 2 caustic mines. Hey, Blue, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, we got a fairly weak fireball. Power 2 is reliable. Power 3 is light green, so it's a little reliable. But since we're only level 10, we don't do too much damage with it. Still don't know what the other plant is. Rankweed, maybe? Still fun to shoot fireballs, yeah. True. Casting's a lot more fun than melee. Dumble says spamming the smaller fireballs is the most fun and most training. Okay, well, we got rid of the other one. Now there's just this one. All right.
And so we prevail. For now.
51,000. We'll pick up these thorns. Oh, it looks like the guy did drop something over here. Probably a long sword or a walrus blade. Yeah. Garbage. Now let's see if any of the others died of poison. Yep, there's 2. 2 died to poison. See if they have anything. Have to figure out where they dropped something. Here's a bag. Icicle sticks. Got 34 of those queued up. Oh, something else. It's a sword. Oh, this is a Zweihander, I think. Well, we can't use it, but that's good money. Good money. It's too bad we can't use that.
Back so soon.
3,200. His inventory is so cluttered. I hope he has a Book of Nox. I could really do some training with that, but I'm gonna have to buy more of his junk because his inventory is all cluttered. Oh, those are barb arrows. I don't want to buy those. Too expensive. He's hitting the bug where there's too much ammo. We're still not even to the rockets. There's the rockets. Okay, we got to the flak jacket. Need a few more. Okay. Still don't see any books yet. Here we go. Oh, there is a book of Knox. Okay, perfect. I just need to get back a little more money then. Let's see here. Almost there. Perfect.
Don't let it.
Till we meet again. Most satisfactory.
Alright, we can actually train that now.
Looked.
Rook says, do Rogue, Ninja, and Monk all level stealth at the same rate? If their attributes are the same, yes. But when you look at a skill, when you right click on it, it tells you the controlling attributes. So I think for stealth, it's senses and dexterity, maybe? So usually the elites and the hybrids, ninja's elite, monk's a hybrid, they have more watered down attributes that are split. So if you did a rogue and you dumped a bunch of points into senses and you dumped a bunch of points into dexterity, then their senses would go up fast, or their stealth would go up faster. If you don't do that and you actually have low senses on your rogue, because that's not a required attribute, then the others will probably go faster. So, if that answers your question or not. The class really has nothing to do with it. It's more about the attributes you have.
Looked.
Okay, good. Igloo says stealth seems to level fast. I'm not sure what all makes it go up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's senses and dexterity. If it's not senses, it would probably maybe just be dexterity. I don't have a character that has it, so I can't look. Anytime you're attacked, it has a chance to be trained, even if the enemy misses you. So that's why it goes up fast, because you're always getting hit with stuff.
Looked.
Well, it has to be a ranged attack or a melee attack. Not a spell. Not a spell or a special ability.
Looked.
Breath weapon made it go up.
Looked.
No, I don't see how that would ever happen. Something probably attacked at the same time. I mean,
Looked.
unless the monster just trying to target you with something could cause it to go up, but I doubt that would be the case.
Looked.
You were probably attacked by something else, and you just thought it was the breath that did it.
Looked.
10 Earth. Hey, we got a 1% Earth resistance bonus there. See, it went up to 36 instead of 35.
Looked.
As we'll do this at the same time. "44 Wizardry." We'll go see if there's any more monsters.
Looked.
Yes, there's so many Umbani out here. I don't see any reds though. I've never seen so many Umbani. Maybe the number of Umbani out here are impacting the spawns, and that's why it's not happening. Like the game engine's overloaded with the number of monsters. They're everywhere, look at that. Because I've never seen this many.
Empty. Looked. Looked. Looked.
Light green on level 2. Nice, 45 wizardry. Yeah, if we could just get a level up, we'll have enough to get element shield for sure.
Looked.
This will help our whipping rocks be really strong, which will help us survive Arnica Road. May actually consider getting Crush, because we're going to cast Element Shield at such low power level the first time we can get it. Crush low power level, we could at least hit enemies that are far away. Like if there's a caster or something we run into. Although they'll probably just kill us right away without having resistance. Lots of dilemmas at this point in the game. Okay, let's go see if anything spawned. Nope. Weird. Well, at least we're getting good training on our casting. There's an invisible man here blocking the way. Look, see him? Just appeared all of a sudden. He goes like in through a Star Trek teleporter right there. I've seen that before. I've actually been screwed by that before. Where monsters were attacking me here, and there was an invisible man blocking my way, so I couldn't get out of here. That was a big scam when that happened. Yeah, let me see what power level I can cast Whipping Rocks at right now. Six. Spell point 6, I mean. So power 2 reliably, that's pretty good. So that's 12 damage on average if they have 0 resistance. It's not bad. Good news is if we train Wizardry pretty high, we won't have to worry about training it in combat. turn off these while I do this. Turn the music up though. Such a great score. Yeah, this music here is a offshoot, or I don't know what word to use. It's basically the Wizardry 7 rest tune, a portion of it, a very small portion of it. They changed it a little bit. They turned it into piano and kind of toned it down a bit. What? You never knew that? Yeah. Yeah, if you go listen to it, there's a part in the song where it does both of these. But the other one's especially easier to recognize. You got to wait for a while to hear that part. This one here is the most like it. Yeah, give it a full listen. The Wizardry 7 music from character creation. Sleep. When you're sleeping. You gotta wait for a while. Probably about mid-song it starts to do it. And it's not exactly like it, like I'm saying, it's inspired by it where you can tell. Now, of course, Wizardry 6 had no music. Now we're getting some good training. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just before the song loops. So they changed it from the horns or whatever instrument that was to a piano. And instead of making it so boisterous like the Wizardry 7, they toned it down. So you can definitely recognize it. Changed to a minor key but similar melody. Yeah. And they changed the rhythm too. They kind of slowed it down as well. Soundtrack doesn't have many songs, but they're great. Yeah, they are. Probably the best soundtrack I can think of in a game is Heroes of Might and Magic. That music is just It's like symphony-like. Elder Scrolls Morrowind is amazing too. I haven't played any of the Elder Scrolls. It was after my time, after I had gamed mostly. I was in college and or my first job. Dungeon Lords has some pretty good good music too. Not same caliber as Heroes of Might and Magic, but it's pretty darn good. Okay, let's see if anything spawned yet. All TES games, but they're very, very high budget, so that's expected now. Morrowind came out same year as Wizardry 8. Yeah, I didn't play Wizardry 8 when it came out. I just, I learned about this game about 6 years ago. I had my first job. I was working in software development, so I missed out on all the stuff around then. Do we have any candidates? Well, we got mythology training. I can't believe how many Umpani there are. Let's look at this mini map down here, all this green. I've never seen this many. It's definitely interfering with monster spawning. There's no room. This is crazy. What the heck? I think the Umpani would win this time against the Trang. Where am I going?
Nothing found.
You want to play the old TS games on DOS?
Looked.
Daggerfall 1996.
Looked.
Let's try to make it to Arnica. I feel fairly comfortable with our spellcasting ability. Hopefully we can avoid Crimson Poppies. We're not going until we get Missile Shield 7 though. All right. Sergeant Bill, what? Why is Sergeant Bill DeBlue showing up in Sax? We're looking through the wall somehow. That's really weird. It's a lot of procedural generation, but it's very impressive for its age. Holy moly, look at the size of this list. I've never seen a list go to the middle of the screen like that. It's out of control. Alright, too bad we can't have some of these, hire some of these to come with us. So I have to decide if I want to try to kill these rogues. I try to fireball them and do hit and runs. Let me try a high-powered fireball. Because if we backfire it, we'll be able to survive it, but it'll really do some damage to them. Can reach him. Success.
What must be done must be done.
So we hit the highwayman. We missed the leader. Oh no, we didn't. He got right here. 26 damage. That's pretty hefty damage. Probably gonna get ready to run, but let's see what they got. Their movement rate's insane. 41 hit points. Yeah, we won't be able to kill them. We'll run to the bridge and try to get them to retreat. They may not. I feel like I've done this before and they'll follow you all the way to Impane base camp. They do start to turn around and retreat. We can throw a fireball their way as they run away. Okay, they're retreating. Good. I'm actually going to let them go back to where they were. And then we'll just do another sneak attack on them. Okay.
My gratitude.
See if I can reach him. Considered out of range.
I cannot.
They're actually coming toward me. Let's see if I can. Get that to be considered blocked. Yep. Okay. Now we can switch to whipping rocks. Should almost be dead. Except the leader. And get a little bit closer to Pawnee base camp before I decide to do that. That guy's dangerous, this leader. I feel like he could do 50 damage in one round, so I'm not too confident about fighting him. $27, $20. Yeah, probably not a good idea. Do have a stink bomb, don't I?
Yuridam tapai koreba.
Hopefully they'll block each other. Okay, good. Yeah, that's too many hit points. Yeah, look at that damage they do. That's just the regular highwayman. Okay. I really want some magic nectar. Don't rest.
Back so
So he does salve it, but I can't afford it. Let's see.
don't let them
Till we meet again.
I'll sell the ice bomb.
back so
Oh, that caused him to not show his darn it. He's got too much ammo. He resorted his menu. Okay.
don't let them do
Till we meet again.
I have to get spell points back. They're going to be fully healed by the time I get back there.
Yuridam tapai koreba. Yuridam tapai koreba.
Yeah, blunderbuss 24,000. Yep. Pretty sure these rogues are going to be here right when I get there. Yep.
I sense something moving. What must be done must be done.
They're fully healed. So now we're definitely stuck with having to level up. We can't go there. It's just they won't generate any monsters. Yeah, the blunderbuss is a good weapon, but it's you don't get strength bonus, and it's modern weapons, of course.
Looked.
Which there's not many weapons that use it. I think its average damage is like 20. Let's see. I think it's 23, but it has a crit chance.
Looked.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some things to spawn here, because if we don't, I don't know how we're going to deal with those rogues. They won't despawn because they're a set encounter.
Looked.
We can't go into Mount Gygus. We need 160,000 experience for the next level. I'm gonna walk around here just to try to encourage monsters, maybe. Nothing. Any map explored?
Looked.
Oh, this looked like it looks like it cleared out unless they're wandering farther away. Here's some more. Okay. Yeah, I think there's just too many of them. I don't know if it's possible for these to despawn. This is kind of a bad soft lock situation. Can't get in here.
UX version 4.2. Verifying clearance. Access denied.
Access denied.
Locked. Yürüdüm tapa korba. Yürüdüm tapa. Yürüdüm tapa korba. Yürüdüm tapa korba. Skeledes yok. Yürüdüm tapa korba. Locked. Yürüdüm tapa korba.
I suspect the developers didn't realize that this could happen. Where it doesn't spawn anything because they've made too many Mpani.
Locked. Yürüdüm tapa.
We can't go back where the rogues are, they will kill us. Unless we're a lot higher level. There's a fire bomb.
Locked.
But my throwing skill isn't good enough to probably throw that successfully. I'd have to sell some stuff to even have enough money to buy it.
Yürüdüm tapa korba. Yürüdüm tapa korba.
I'm just hoping that it's gonna spawn something. Really stuck. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is. Oh, I do see some reds. Alright, I don't know what they are yet, though. Vines, okay. That's good news. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break here and let my dog out real quick. We'll be back. We gotta fight. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Maybe I'll stream another 10 or 15 minutes here. Alright, I'm glad we're not completely locked up fights. It's gonna take a long time to get the experience we need.
Scalados Unidum.
Shot the guy in the back. Whoops.
And so we prevail.
13,000. So piddly. $160,000 roughly we need. Just keep training and resting and get more spawns.
Locked. Locked.
Got a 5% bonus in our air resistance once that gets to 50.
Locked.
$58 Earth, Wizardry 56. Yeah, so we have 40 Earth right now. We'll end up with 40 air very soon. Water's terrible, 10%. Helper, the cats don't like the water.
Locked. Locked.
Check and see if anything else spawned. Red, okay.
Locked.
$60 Earth.
Locked. Locked. Locked.
Orange stream, I know. But we have to get a little bit. At least probably 2 or 3. Those rogues will tear us up immediately. Still no reds. Unreal. Too bad we couldn't accidentally kill all these guys. Accidentally do Death Wish. Oops, backfire.
Locked.
$59 Wizardry. Holy moly. So for those just joining or recently, so we're in a weird situation where hardly any monsters are spawning here at Umpani Base Camp. I have aggravated the rogues outside of Umpani Base Camp, so they're right next to the entrance here. So as soon as I go back, they're surrounding me. And we're only level 10. They destroy us in like one round if they all got an attack. So I can't leave Umpani Base Camp until I gain several levels. And since it's not really spawning anything, we're kind of soft locked. It did spawn some acid vines about 10 minutes ago, but that only gave 13,000 experience. So I think it's just going to be an extreme amount of time sitting here waiting for more things to spawn and then going to check. So I'm trying to do training on my spellcasting at the same time. So I'm at least getting something. That's the situation we're in. Too bad I was saying earlier that we can't bring some of the Umpani with us, say, hey, come out here just for a minute. Scare those rogues away, but it doesn't work that way. Still no red. This is where we saw the plants here, but
Locked.
$65 Earth. Probably gonna be 100 before we get another fight.
Locked.
$60 Wizardry. Let's go check again. I don't want to rest outside there because I'm afraid the game will cheat. Red. This is nuts.
Locked.
Scaradas unit. Scaradas unit. Scaradas unit. Scaradas. Scaradas unit. Scaradas unit.
I'm really tempted to modify the random generation.
Locked.
But technically, that would be a cheat, so I can't do it. Alright, do one more training here and then I'll be done for now. Very anticlimactic stream. 69 Earth Magic, wow. It'd be pretty good with Element Shield when we can get it. Alright guys, well hopefully the next time I stream we'll have better luck with them spawning. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.